love.
It is very, very weird. So when Laila and I started this podcast, what is it? Is it like a year and a half ago now?
It was literally just after week 1 of Drag Idol 2023.
It was indeed. When we started this podcast, it was literally just a fun little thing for us to do on your sofa. And we just wanted to do a project together, and we didn't ever dream that it would become what it has.
Literally, and like, it's not, because a lot of people, the reason why a lot of people do like either a web show or a podcast or whatever is for like, I don't like publicity or something, but we literally just like, all we do when we hang out is chat shit, so we might as well just let everyone else say the chat shit. And apparently people are liking it, so it's like, it's just really crazy.
And I think the fun thing about our podcast is it's not so rigid in the way that we do it. We literally hit record on my recording equipment and we just talk to each other. There's no real outlay to the podcast. There's no strict bullet points. We just go and we talk and we chat shit. And
we literally throw shit at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah,
like, that's literally what it is.
There's plenty of shit on the walls.
Yeah.
Skid marks.
That's true, that is true.
But I think what people love about it so much is the fact that they feel like it's a conversation between two friends and that they feel included. He's alright at the back there, me loves.
Yes, he's talking. Wonderful.
Yes, you're being featured on a podcast right now. I will fucking bleep you out. Cheers.
Yeah. But we're used to a live audience. It's usually my dog, but never mind.
I know. Well, that was only one episode. One episode we filmed in Laila's house in, I'll not say where, because they might stop.
Shut up! Please.
Shut up, people. I know she's from Durham, so hide your purses now, saying that I'm from fucking
No, it's more like fucking hide your fucking shoelaces, love. That's what it is. It's usually...
Enough about my past, madam. Were you talking about, like time off?
I just hear the phrase a lot.
People say that I've got lovely veins for heroin. It's fine, you can laugh, it's fine. 10 years clean, folks, 10 years clean. Woo! Well, actually,
I'm not saying the same for the fuckers in the back.
Which will tell you how old I am, if you do the maths.
Exactly. But yeah, it's usually on your lovely leather sofa.
It is, yes.
But we've done one episode at my house, and it was the day before our friend Ray Nash's wedding. It was lovely.
But believe me when I say, when Laila and I usually record this shit, we do not look in any way, shape or form glamorous. I'm usually in face because I'm on my way to work.
Yeah, especially this year, because obviously...
and then from the neck down, it is a sight. It's just bollocks out, pyjamas on.
Speaking yourself?
What's she yell? She's a lady with bollocks, it's fine.
What's our favourite word? Sheeness.
Sheeness, yes.
Our favourite word.
What do we prefer, studio audience? I love how posh I've made this look. I got this from Amazon last night.
This is the BBC.
The BBC. Well, I don't think.
No, they wouldn't have us on that. Fuck that.
Yeah. What do we think, audience? Do we prefer the term? And you're not allowed to say this. We are as two trans girlies. But do we prefer girl cock, sheeness, or what's the other one? What's the other one you like?
Princess stick.
Princess stick. We have our preferences, but as we say, you're not allowed to say them. So
no. Unless you pay us for it. That's right. But no, it's just crazy. Like, because the thing is, we wish this was a weekly thing, but obviously with us being not living close to each other anymore, it's hard to, and we're busy ladies. You know what I mean? I'm busy serving the punters at the one-stop shop, so I'm like, I mean, I'm at least the head of the residency at one place, alright?
At the one stop.
I'm the resident
doing
one
full
stop.
cabaret.
Literally. All I hear every day is, please. Shut that up.
Well, I think in order for us to record a weekly episode, I think what we should do is I should just keep Laila in a pet crate in my kitchen. I'll put a water bottle in that thing.
Just give us some water and...
You're easily pleased. Couple of bits of kibble, bowl of water, you'll be sad. Where's she fucking going? Are you bored already, love?
Wonderful. But we've got some questions.
I think before we jump to the questions, should we talk about maybe some of our favourite moments?
Oh, I agree. That's good.
Favourite episodes, because you'll all have yours, but I don't think we've talked about ours.
I think ours is probably the same. Should we say 1, 2, 3?
You say yours.
The episode with Gladys Duffy.
Actually, that was a really fun episode, but I think my favourite was probably one that you would never think. I don't know if anyone remembers when we recorded an episode about the Met Gala.
Oh my god, yes, last year's Met Gala, I remember. What was the theme again? It must have been shit, because I can't remember.
Did somebody say orange tits?
No, I said
Oh shit. Well, you've got orange tits, Abby Love. You need to give the tan a scrub. Your bed sheets will be fucked. No, that was probably my favourite episode.
I remember it was like, because we went into it, you being like, oh, I'm just going to fucking hate a lot of them. You ended up liking a lot of them, and I was like, oh, it was the Karl Lagerfeld one. It was the Karl Lagerfeld one. Because Doja Cat was in the cat outfit one.
Yeah, the Met Gala they did it, yes, a misogynist and just an all-round bastard.
Yeah,
the Met Gala announced that they were going to do a Met Gala dedicated to Karl Lagerfeld, who's like the creative director of Chanel for fucking years. Chanel? She's an African creator, Chanel! That's another part of the podcast that me and Laila are constantly doing. It's just a stream of impressions.
Just references constantly, like something said and we just spit it out, no matter who understands it.
We also have a habit of going off on tangents, so if you're very confused, don't worry, we are as well.
And I will say as well, before, because obviously the podcast needs editing and stuff, can we just get like a round of applause for Mia, because she edits literally all of them. Because I'm poor and I don't have a laptop, hence why I don't DJ, I'm the same. But yeah, Mia edits literally every episode, so they kind of wouldn't be what it is, obviously, without Mia, so yeah. And she edits out a lot of the likes, R's, M's, and then just the tangents we go on as well. Or if we say too much shit about someone on the scene, it gets cut as well.
I will say, you're giving me my flowers here for what I do on the podcast, but what I will say is, out of the two of us, I'm less likely to give a shit when I can't be arsed. I will sit there with a face like a slapped arse, but Laila is, and I mean this in the kinder sense, Laila is so good at filling the space. She's so energetic and so positive when we're recording the podcast that even if I'm stuck on what to say, she'll give us 20 things to talk about. So just give it up for my co-host.
I think it's just this like I said earlier, all we do when we're together is just talk and have conversations and stuff. So and I don't have conversations with anyone like I do with you. So it's it's nice to have.
There's just a real symbiosis there. That's a GCSE word, folks. Any GCSEs in the room? All levels if you're Pebble's age.
Nah, do you know what I got on my GCSEs? Pregnant. Catch up. But no, your favourite episode of the Met Gala, mine was personally the episode with Gladys Duffy, our first ever guest. Honestly, we always keep saying, should we release an edited version? No, because we want to keep
we really shouldn't. I shit you not, the amount of things that I had to edit out of that podcast with Gladys Duffy is insane. We wouldn't have even been cancelled, we would have been run out of the fucking country.
We would have literally had the police at the door.
The police?
The police at the door, just banging the bastard down.
That's
exactly. So raise your hand if you actually listen to Under the Brolly regularly. Wonderful.
All four of you.
Big G, what's your favourite episode? Off the top of your head.
I'll let you the first one. It was the start of it all.
To be honest, we had no fucking clue what we were doing. We just
literally pressed record and just chatted shit for an hour.
Yeah, because obviously the first episode was the recap of Drag Idol 2023 week 1.
That was the second episode. We did an introduction.
We did an introductory one, which has been fucking too long. It's been 84 years. It's been too long, but
what I love is the fact that now, because we didn't intend Under the Brolly to be such a drag idol themed thing, but it's now become sort of part of the parcel. People expect it every year that Drag Idol now rolls around with. It's always us and Snatch Talk that people expect.
Absolutely. And to be honest, we have to give credit to Snatch Talk as well, because we got so much help and inspiration from Velvet Snatch to on tech and things like that. And it's just
and you would think that two different forms of media would be sort of competitive with each other, but Velvet was exactly the opposite. She was so encouraging, and she was like, no, you have this space, you would do your own little thing with it, and we do.
Because I think as well, especially when Drag Idol rolls around, I don't know who does what, but for me personally, I self-set and listen to the podcast while I get ready, and then I watch Snatch Talk, I like to sit and enjoy, sit and have me council tea or whatever, council estate. And I like to sit and watch, literally. I like to sit and watch Snatch Talk, whereas I think, because Under the Brolly is a certain kind of length thing to entertaining.
It's not as strict, it's not as rigid, and frankly, we don't have to put off the amount of work. Oh, sorry, I'm not farting, I promise.
Is that your coil, love?
No, that would be ringing. I've had me children, I've had me tubes tied, it's fine. No, but we don't have to put half the amount of work into Under the Brolly. Like, it is a lot, and I think people, like, when they maybe get a little bit impatient about, you know, where's the episode we want it? It's like, that's lovely and we appreciate it, but also, like, there's a lot that goes into recording a podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like, as much as we would love to be able to get it out there every single week, it's like, I don't do amphetamine, so I can't rub them in my gums to get through editing a 2-hour-long podcast.
But trust and believe, when I'm back living over in Newcastle, there's going to be an episode at least once a month. Trust and believe.
You don't want to put that in writing though, do you?
I'm being confident.
You're being confident, okay. I'll be realistic, you be confident.
That's usually what happens with me and you, isn't it?
I liked what you did for 50. Pixie, my love, my other darling drag daughter. Do you listen to Under the Brolly? Yes, she does. I thought she was going to be like, no, sorry, ma'am. What was your favourite episode of Under the Brolly?
The ghost poo.
The ghost poo. I can't remember what episode. There was an episode in which me and Laila were talking about the difference between a ghost poo and just the other kinds of shits. I know this is the type of highbrow content we have on Under the Brolly.
Yeah.
And Pixie had to drop into my DMs. Shit. Pixie had to drop into my DMs and explain to me what a ghost poo was. Do you want to just tell... Oh, I'll get off my chair. Do you want to just tell the audience what a ghost poo is?
So a ghost poo is when you've got the toilet, you do your business, and then you wipe and there's nothing on the toilet paper. That means you've got high fibre in your diet.
Good to know. IBS Queen Pebble, did you know that one?
Usually, like, it's...
I think it's because it was going back to going back to that thing about the impressions. I'm pretty sure that I was doing my favourite impression of the nation, sweetheart, Cheryl Cole. Drew, it smells of shit.
Smells of shit.
That's what it is. Actual shit.
We're going to have the fucking poop I scoop round here. But no, usually, like when you go ghost poops, you know, always go to the toilet after you've had sex. Like, oh, did you come? Yeah, and yeah. It's like, no, you fucking didn't. Where is it? Just me? No.
So I'm new to wearing nails on the daily, and I really struggle to wipe my arse. I know you're going to be so proud of us after this, love. I just thought about shit for half an hour, and I'm really struggling. And no, the IBS Queen, this is true, yeah. Shit on the side of a house, shit on the side of a bog bowl.
Yeah, like, I've been wearing nails for fucking, like, nearly 10 years now. And people are all, it's because I have really long ones underneath here, I got clips. People at the one-stop robbers, like, it's always the nanas, ew, do you wipe your ass with them? It's like, mama, who wipes their ass with them? Fucking poop a scoop, literally. And I'm like, I feel like we're going on one of these tangents about shit.
A tangent about shit.
It's really bad.
Crip, my baby, what was your favourite episode of Under the Brolly? Do tell. Remind me again who won that one? Dildo, yes.
Dylan Dixon.
I know Dildo, who recently did an episode with us as the outgoing
yes, of course.
drag idol winner. I think that's going to be something that we do every year. Now we're going to bring back the outgoing winner for the next year. So I really can't wait for a podcast with Reese Witherspoon on it. That's going to be very interesting.
I just want it to rinse me the whole time. I fucking love it, to be honest with you. I really do. I genuinely love it.
What was the read at the final she gave you?
There was too many good ones, to be honest. I'm like, we should be friends. We're both Iranian, please. We should be friends. But no, I'm like, oh. But no, I fucking love her. She's actually nice. But we've literally got a list of people we want on the podcast for like certain people for certain episodes. And we want to do a family episode with Jane and Pebble. We want to do...
And Lucy.
Oh my god, yeah, literally. And
the whole Dash clan in there.
A fucking lot of them. It's too many of them, but, you know, please don't have any more. Please don't have any more. I can't fucking deal with anyone else. But, yeah.
We turned out alright, I think. Mama did a good job with us, don't you think, Bobbies? The Pebble did a good job with us.
Don't give her credit for this.
No, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give her credit. She'll fucking hate it for us. But I can honestly say that I wouldn't be where I am with that beast sat there.
I'm the same, I agree.
Without that beast. No, it's more than that, dear. You can claim to be a cunt, but we know otherwise.
God, accept some niceness in your life, Pebble. Jesus Christ. But no, we've got so much planned for Under the Brolly, and this is kind of just the start. But Speaking
Shall we go to
of,
some questions?
we've got some questions.
Now, we're going to do some pre-submitted questions now that we got on Instagram from for our Under the Brolly episode. However, if you have any questions that you would like to ask, you will get the chance, and you will have the chance to receive an Under the Brolly sticker.
Oh my god.
How exciting.
I'm gonna wear them as fucking nipple pasties.
Yeah, so if you have a question after we've done our pre-submitted ones, I'll give the mic to Pebble and she can come to you. Come to you, not come on you. Or you go to her, one of the two.
Now, do you want to do the first one, love?
Yeah, I can, Jen.
Go for it, flower.
Oh god, I haven't got me reading
Got fucking
glasses
cue
on.
cards. Fucking Brit's Got Talent, this.
I know it's such a shock, I'm and folks that I can read. Alright. What is your favourite thing you have done since joining the Newcastle scene?
Leaving it. I'm just fucking kidding. I'm kidding. No, I mean, I think, fucking shut up, you. I think, I don't know. Do you know what? You go first. I genuinely, I can't think.
Okay, my favourite thing that I've done on the Newcastle scene since joining, there's so many, and like I hate to be one of those bitches like, oh, it's hard to choose, there's so many things. I know, I'm on a podcast, but yeah, I know. As far as things that we've created Under the Brolly would probably be up there. I wouldn't have had the opportunity to meet Laila and decide that we wanted to do this. But I think in terms of things that I've done on the actual scene, my favourite thing would be Vampus Tits.
Oh, absolutely. I've never seen a bigger robbery in my life.
We're not getting into that, no, but just what it did in terms of drag competition that really changed the trajectory of my career and my drag. It gave me a confidence that I hadn't had.
I always say, like, Vampus Tits was exactly what you needed from Drag Idol Newcastle.
Yeah.
Which hence why you excelled so well in it. And,
Well, I was so new to drag when I did Drag Idol Newcastle, and then I had a little bit more experience under my belt. What?
Nothing.
Fuck off! I will batter you with this microphone. You shut up and all, because I'll fucking twat you one. Yeah. Yes, my favourite thing that I've done would be Vampus Tits. It's such a great competition and so much fun to do. It just removes all of the pressure that Drag Idol Newcastle has, and it's just about putting on a good performance and having a fun time.
And I think it's neat as well because there are so many incredible alternative kings, queens, things in Newcastle and the North East that deserve that stage, and you don't necessarily like see it in Drag Idol Newcastle because like, you look at the past winners and it's like, it's kind of like, they know what they want. Whereas like this year, I think you see someone like Kingdom and Sweet Boy, and it's like this, it does have a stage there, but like I want to see those two in Vampus Tits this year so bad. Like, oh my god, imagine.
And I've got me bingo card for people that I would like to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And if Drag Idol All Star, Vampus Tits All Stars doesn't happen.
Yeah. Well, if it doesn't happen and I don't win, I'm gonna burn the place to the ground. I'm joking. That was a joke for anyone listening. That was a joke.
Yeah. I think for me, the things I've done on the scene, I think I probably would say the Drag Idol Newcastle final. Because I think like I went into Drag Idol Newcastle not wanting to win. I just wanted to get to the final, do all my numbers, and get work out of it. And I did all three, and I'm happy with it. And honestly, I think even looking back now, I would say it's kind of my best body of work.
Yeah,
in kind of one thing. And I always say it to Stacey, and she can suck my ass for this, I don't really care. she always likes to say, I was second. Wait, no, hang on. I was second. That's my Stacey.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, it changes all the time. She
It's
always
like when you did an impression of Pebble and it was fucking Irish.
Hey, come.
That was Scottish, well done.
Yeah. Stacey always likes to say, I came second. It's like, no, you may have fucking murdered the competition, but I fucking murdered that final, love. So that's all right.
That was a good question. I can't remember who submitted that. I think it might have been Stacey, actually. How ironic.
Stacey, right?
I think so, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to read out the next question?
I can do, if I can read. What is the biggest challenge you've seen on the scene since joining? Oh.
Changed, yeah. You can't fucking read. She can read bitches, but she can't read words.
I got a fucking A in English. Look how I'm managing here. Biggest change? I would probably say inclusivity. It's gotten so much more inclusive since starting. Because when I started, it was June of 2022. It was kind of a lot of the same. I mean, it was kind of a lot of like kind of what I was doing, a lot of the PCSDs repping. But now, like, you see all kinds of people, like Mega, like Thrifty, like even like fucking Bipty, like these people who just defy kind of what drag should be, and it's like it's just so fresh to see, and I think it's needed as well. Do you know what I mean? It's a nice change.
Yeah, so I think mine will be pretty similar to yours.
And it's been accepted as well. That's like it's not just like these people aren't doing this style of drag and it being like people aren't liking it, but I think people are liking it and people are growing with it, and it's like it's so appropriate.
I think mine falls in line with yours, and it's the community that is being created on the Newcastle drag scene, and a lot of that has to do with Bobby's Open Drag Night. Like I really will always sing its praises, because when I started, it was sort of bubbling. That community spirit was starting, but it was in its sort of infancy. And then over my time here, at least, I've just seen it grow. I'm sure you have as well. Like, people have family here now, like chosen family, and you see a younger crop of drag artists coming through the ranks. And I don't think we would see that if the community spirit wasn't there, if they didn't feel safe and protected here. So yeah, I think it's that.
Yeah,
that
but honestly,
community spirit.
we couldn't have said that better. Right? Like that is just so true. What's the next one? I can't read, so you read.
I'll read it. Okay. What would be your favourite or ideal theme to discuss on the podcast?
Ooh. I mean,
I know mine.
I think I know mine as well. I mean, obviously the family episode with Pebble and Jada and like everyone, that would just be probably the most chaos ever. Because give her a fucking microphone and it's a shit show, you know?
I was going to say, good luck to us getting a fucking word in.
Literally. But I think just because of what like I nerd out on and what I like to talk about, either something about like fashion and fashion design and like, you know, outfits and stuff, or anything like nerdy. Like I would like, if any other fucking drag artists out there are like Marvel and like thingy nerds, I am fucking sold. But no, I mean, we've got on our list, we really want to do an episode about like fashion and how drag and fashion like combine with opium. Because I mean, tell me someone who makes like more like just clean, like fucking runway looking shit than opium. Like,
gorgeous.
Mama.
I think my ideal theme to discuss on the podcast would be an episode about the trans experience and getting to hear from all of the iconic trans artists that we have here on the scene, because everyone's got a different journey and I fucking hate that word. Everyone in my journey. But everyone's got a different experience, but there's always those common threads running through. Like we can all connect, and it makes sense now. I'm alright.
Yeah, right, love.
Yeah, so
is Chris Howe doing it? What's going on?
Shady fucking bitch, and that's why you won't get asked to do All Stars.
Please, I'll clean his lovely bald head. No, I can't agree more. I mean, especially when me and you had the conversation about obviously when you had your your full realization moment. We kind of both shared our trans sort of awakening stories, and like as different as they were, and at different times in our lives as they were, they did have those similarities, and it's like, and I'm sure a lot of the trans people on the scene can...
Yeah, it's like I say, those common threads sort of like run throughout the trans experience.
We all have something in common.
And probably like the same with the queer community as well. Like
honestly,
we all have those...
Yeah.
Probably a strong word to be found.
Thanks, Dad.
We love that.
Oh, is this the last question we have from...
The last pre-submitted one.
From the Instagrams. What is the hardest part of doing the podcast? For me personally, I would say the time and getting the time and actually managing to meet up and sit down and record it. That's just mine personally. But because obviously you pretty much do a lot of the hard work with, you know.
Yeah, so you mentioned it earlier. I think my hardest part about doing the podcast would be just the time and the effort that it takes to edit and get it out there. Like, I use Audacity, which probably most drag artists use to edit it, but even that, like, just editing out all of the little, like, spaces or breaths or all of that stuff and just making sure that it's clean cohesive. And I still make mistakes, like I'm still learning, because to go through 2 hours of recording, which is what we usually go for, even if we only put out a 50 minutes, it's a lot, and it's deciding what to cut, because there's a lot of good content there half the time.
And to be fair, a lot of the good content is usually the shady content.
No, what, us, no, we're lovely, we're never shady, we could never.
But no, like we fucking love recording, and it is genuinely like it's a passion project that has all of a sudden turned into something that has been
amazing.
I mean, I just say well liked, and people enjoy it. So it's kind of a.
We've received our flowers from a lot of people on the scene.
Yeah.
We never would have got like Pebble's given me a lot of good praise. She'll not admit it, but this bit of praise unless it's deserved. People like Velvet, who obviously is the Newcastle media queen.
Yeah.
Miss Rory has really spoken very highly publicly as well about the podcast.
Yeah, and it, like obviously, and then can we go back to it? Like we didn't do the podcast to get this praise.
No,
but the fact that we are
started.
getting it, it's just a cherry on top of the
It's
cake,
appreciated.
really.
It just
really
makes
is.
it like that little bit more worth it. And more than that, the people who listen to it every week or every month or whatever it is, and share the posts and message and say how much they enjoyed it, like it's truly amazing.
Yeah, it does mean a lot. Should we go on to Wembley Stadium? Do you have any fucking questions? 'Cause, yeah.
If you have any questions, I'm sure Pebble wouldn't mind bringing the microphone to... Am I getting up? I know.
She's practically got flats on Mega walk round.
So if you do have a question, just give Pebble a wave.
Put your hands up. Arden.
Put your hands up if you have any questions. Of course you have to prick.
You can't read the doll.
It's fucking My Little Pony, never mind the dog.
Hiya, babes.
Hello, so I'm biased, but what is your favourite Love Deluxe erotica moment?
Stop. Honestly, how long do we have? How long do we
I
have?
have all night, I'm grand, but you know.
I would personally. I mean, we're not going to go on the flex offenders because that was just like that's in a league of its own. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest. I think mine was probably either the week one or honestly either week one or the semi-finals. I genuinely.
Can I have two? You asked the question, so can I have two? So my first favourite Love Deluxe erotica moment was the very first time that I saw them in Open Drag Night. I was so captivated. They blew me away. I've never seen someone visually who looked so striking. Like my breath was just sort of taken away by them, and then the performance on top of it, I was like, fuck this cunt coming out here looking that good and performing that well. I hate them, but turns out they're just a lovely human being, and that stings. And my second favourite love moment was seeing them turn up to Drag Idol Icons Week as one of my all-time queens. It's me, Big Edge. I got my sunglasses. So iconic. Like, I teased them. I was like, please do Big Edge. They're like, maybe. And they turned up. I saw the black hair and the big titties, and I was just like, oh, it's Big Edge. She's resurrected. I was so happy.
Any other questions?
Any other questions?
Shut up.
None at all.
None at all, none at all.
Should we? You got any love?
Stop!
Oh my god.
Hello, who is your favourite sister and why is it me?
My favourite sister is probably Lucy because she quit drag and I'm inspired by that. Thank you.
I love you both equally. Isn't that lovely?
Both? What about Lucy?
Well, oh yeah, fucking hell, Lucy. Lucy quit drag, it's fine. And she's not here, so she can't hit me. No, I'll just say things that I love about the both of you. I think, and like you can shoot me for saying this, but I will say it. I by far think that Jaina is one of the most talented queens I have ever met in my life. The confidence doesn't reflect that, but as soon as you find that confidence, bitch, you're gonna be fucking unstoppable. You really are. Like, you're a fucking star, kiddo. You really are. And Laila, you're my girl. You're my girl. You're my bestie. You're my sister. You're my co-host, my confidant, and an utter pain in my fucking arse. But I love you so much. I really do. I love you.
Well, I think the 3 year constantly getting thrown at the house.
Can we just have a minute, everyone? Can we just sing happy birthday to Titania, please? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Titania. Happy birthday to you. Oh gosh. Fucking 35 years old, everyone. Can you believe it? Honestly. My God. Tinny, we're doing a live episode of Under the Brolly. Do you have a question? If you want us to answer why you were such a cunt idol, we will.
Oh, the bottom of that top is hanging over the top bit for dear life.
Can we get some quiet, please, punters? Thank you. We're recording. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Hello, Under the Brolly. Oh, I
Hiya.
sound good on the microphone, don't I? Don't answer that pebble. Right, so I already know what your answer is. My question is, if you were going to pick a top 4 and it's thing in advance for next year's Drag Idol, who would it be?
Oh,
Thanks for the question.
a top 4 Drag Idol Newcastle 2025. Oh. Well, I don't know, like, because I don't think we've had that, like, new crop of queens to come in yet.
Not quite,
But I mean,
no.
if there's any that I would like to see return from this year, oh God, why can't I remember fucking anyone? Do you remember? Give us yours.
Okay, my top 4 pick for Drag Idol 2025: Jasmine Dick, Jasmine Dick, Jasmine Dick, and Jasmine Dick. Is that a good
Patrick,
answer?
darling. Oh,
Right.
one of my favourite stories ever. And if you want, we could potentially end on this.
Yeah, I think we should.
One of my favourite stories from the Newcastle drag scene ever. So, it was years ago, Gladys Duffy was having like an after party or whatever. There was Tesco, Jasmine Dick, the lot of them. Jasmine was staying over, and on the night, she farted, and Gladys goes, Jasmine, have you just shit yourself? She goes, farted, darling. And you can imagine in Jasmine's voice. The next morning after Jasmine had left, lovely brown stain on the sofa.
Gorgeous.
It is one of my favourite stuff. Oh, another one's like, we end on this one. Another one. Jasmine had just gotten back from the jury's in, and she was speaking to Katana, another great queen of the scene. She goes, Jasmine, where have you been? She goes, I've just been fucked by a penguin.
And what better way to end than
She's
with that,
just
folks?
incredible, honestly. And
Right, now, can we just have a little bit of hush? Just a little bit, thank you. Now, we have an outro on Under the Brolly. I'm not sure if you'll know it, but the ones who know.
it's very
But
fitting as well.
It is. So we always end the Brolly with, and we hope you join us again with Out of the Rain and Under the Brolly. So I would like you to join in with Out of the Rain, Under the Brolly. Yeah?
Oh, I'm nervous.
I know. Honestly, this has been such a pleasure. Thank you very much for being so engaged and for sitting with us and doing this.
And we hope you join us next time.
Out of the Rain and Under the Brolly.